I still think $2 a bag is quite a bit. You know, and I understand that the purpose of it is to get revenue. You know, but I really, what if people that can't pay for that? You know, and then throw the burden on other people? They're going to do that. You know that that's going to happen. You know there's going to be a lot of problems and a lot of police work, you know.
Right. There is a compliance aspect to the program, there's no doubt about it, and hopefully we'll get as much cooperation as we can, and if it's successfully implemented, then fine. If we have, as I mentioned a couple times already, a high incidence of people who ignore the ordinance, then we're going to have to deal with that. We've taken steps within our departments to deal with it now, and again, if it becomes an overwhelming issue, then obviously my office and the city councilors will have to reconsider. But as of now, I think somebody mentioned it before, we're not the first community to embrace the program. Out of 351 cities and towns, about 130 do it now. Another 100 have flat fees for trash. So that mechanism works like $50 on your water bill or tax bill every quarter that is not tax deductible, charges you as the homeowner for it, and does not encourage any recycling, does not put the point of charge on the person who's utilizing the service. So there are out of 351 cities and towns, there are 250 that now have some form of fee for service. Either they charge you to take it into the dump, they don't pick it up at the curb, those are very rural and suburban locations, but 30 do it now, and another 100 charge a flat fee. It's, you know, it's in addition to, again, I had my say at the beginning, I want to eat up a lot of airtime here. Article in Sunday's paper. If you read it in the Boston Globe North, it outlined every community virtually surrounding us charges, in addition to a trash fee, fees for children who use athletic programs in their schools. You know, some families pay $200, $400, $600, $800, $1,000. I mean, we can head in that direction as well. You know, we're trying not to. We don't pay for those kinds of activities now. All I'm pointing out is we're not the only one to have done it. We know there's a compliance issue. We know there's a limit to the amount that can be gained from it and charged by it. We find ourselves in the position that we find. This is the decision that we made. In the position that we made. Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Mayor,
Last question.
Can this recycling, if everybody did their proper job, will it pay for itself?
No, the expectation is, we've already taken that expectation as part of our budget exercise this year, that we'll have at least a 20% reduction in the amount of tonnage that we have to pay for to be disposed at RESCO. The best case scenario that DEP, a state agency, has seen under other communities that have done the program already is that usually there's a 50% reduction in tonnage by virtue of people not willingly, but complying with the recycling efforts rather than just putting it in the bag on the side of the curb. That will, in the long run, save us, or at least allow us not to have to expense for at least $1 million in disposal. It will certainly help make ends meet, certainly help make the budget work a little bit easier each year. But I want to repeat what I said before. You go back to the pie charts and you see the kind of the annual budget process that we're faced with, then it will help. It's not going to eliminate the need for the revenue of some sort.
But will the revenue come back to us?
No. It will be a reduction in what we have to allocate on an annual basis for disposal.
Okay.
And the overall makeup of the budget, yes, it does.
My name is George Lasky. I live at 52 Blue Hill Ave in Ward 8. This meeting was a very good meeting. I went to the last one too, and some of the questions I asked at the last one you took care of, especially the dumpster. But I did call you your flyer number for illegal dumping, and all I got was a recording. All I got was a recording. It was on a weekend. Also, I asked you the last time for the contracts for JRM and Roscoe, and you told me they were a matter of public record.
Yes, they have.
Well, I asked someone after the meeting, and was last meeting, and most of your department heads are great to me, that was very rude to me, told me he was not on the clock, and he wouldn't answer any questions. And I'd like to know, are these people here to answer questions tonight?
Well, they're all here. They're here willingly.
He knows who he is.
They're here willingly. Judge, we didn't, again, you could easily ask our office. I'd be glad to get them to you. So if you consider yourself asking before then now, we'll have them in an envelope for you by Friday.
I went to the city clerk where they are supposed to be. They did not know. The girls are very nice up there. They told me to go to the DPW. I went to the city solicitor's office and got told that they do not have the latest contract. The only contracts they have were 1995 and 2002.
Those are the existing contracts.
And mysteriously, one of the names on it is the man that was insulting to me in the last meeting. His name is the signature on it.
Well, so you have the contracts though?
These are not up to date.
Those are
1995 before you were mayor.
No, the 1995 contract was with Laidlaw and...
No, the Roscoe.
Oh, the Roscoe contract. That one, it is a contract. Could be, it's a multi-year contract, Judge, so I could take a look at it and tell you whether it's current or not.
The only way I could get me was to see you, I was told, at the city solicitor.
No, that's not the case. You can file your Freedom of Information Act request with the city clerk and they'll get it for you.
Also, I got a call over the weekend from someone that works for JRM and told me that there is no one watching down at the incinerator, and they're told the charge, when they pick up dumpsters in other places, they charge it to the city of Malden.
Just us? Well, we'll have to look into it.
And he does work for JRM, he doesn't want to give his name.
Well, we're glad to look into that. With Resco, there is an accounting mechanism at Resco. We're not the only community that dumps there. There's a regional body of communities that use that facility. They can be all subject to the same kind of unauthorized tipping on their behalf. We'll be glad to check it with the Resco authorities.
$1 million.
Well, Judge, the price for the tonnage hasn't changed. We know how many tons we take down there, and we pay for the ton according to the contract. Your point is well taken. I'm glad to look into it.
And at the end, I'd like to thank most of the department heads. They're very nice to me, and the girls at City Hall, every time they go in, are very polite.
Thank you for recognizing.
Thank you.
Speaking your microphone. Yes. My name is Pom Petrillo. I live at 440 Pleasant Street over here, close to And I like with my broken English make somebody understand. We come over here for test program. And we're not going to talk about other things, the other question, because there is the time. Now, I live in one neighborhood, very dirty. The people pour the barrel over there, uncover, and everything fall and come into my driveway. My job every single morning is to clean the rubbish that everybody else. Now, this is a very good program. If it is to before, I gotta say thank you, because we eliminate the barrel, we eliminate everything, we have a closet bag in the front of our house, clean the city. What the other you want? Now, one other thing I like to ask. 30-pound bag for the figure family is okay. But what happened to me and my wife, we throw away one bag every week. Okay, now, if we take it off for the other stuff now, because we're going to separate everything, and I'm so glad to do. Why we don't propose a $15 bag, 15-pound bag too? Because the one, I don't think I can fill up. Okay, that's it.
All right, well, let me answer that question first. It's the first year of the program. We've done it in the simplest way possible. There are modifications if the program stays in place. If there are modifications that can be made, a smaller bag for a lesser charge is something that the community can look into. It's part of the process. This is the first year of it. And again, assuming some kind of smooth implementation. That suggestion is a very good one. Other people have brought it up, and it's probably something we would entertain.
Thank you. And thank you for doing this program, because now more, they're going to be more clean.
Thank you. Debbie?